Hi traders and subscribers, welcome to another video. If you are new, alright, what we basically do over here is on a weekly basis, I normally do a market analysis video to share with you some of the insights, some of the potential setups that we are looking at. But having said that, this week itself, over the weekend, I did my analysis on the market, and according to the plan and the strategy that we adopt over here, there isn't any valid setup. Alright, having said that, what I want to do is I want to share with you some of the trading elements, the essentials building block that we adopt over here in our trading. So what you can say is perhaps a trading philosophy that we adopt over here. Alright, and hopefully through sharing with you all these different aspects and different elements, you might see a more comprehensive and holistic picture of what trading is in terms of the currency market. And hopefully you find those things are important, and you start picking them up and include them in your trading plan, and then you have a better understanding and a better picture of what's actually happening in the currency market. Alright, so with that, I'll see you in a few seconds. Alright traders, so what you are seeing over here is a PowerPoint slides that we actually put together, alright, that we are intending to run this workshop, alright, on a monthly basis in Singapore, and we call it the Success Strategy Workshop. And we haven't really launched this, but what I thought, it'd be great to also share with you some of the contents that we intend to share out for free. Anyway, this workshop, if you're in Singapore, once we launch it, we'll be doing it up for free as well, alright, for traders and even people who wants to find out more about forex trading and such. So without further talking about this, alright, because we haven't really launched it, what I want to go through more in depth in this video, as I said earlier, is really about some of the elements that we use in our trading, and hopefully through sharing with this, you'll be able to see a more holistic and comprehensive view of trading. Right, so what we intend to go through in terms of this workshop is really in the slides as shown, but in this video, what I want to share with you is really the 4 pillars of trading and the importance of objectivity. Alright, so we wouldn't cover everything that we intend to cover in the workshop, but simply to go through some of it in this video, alright, and hopefully you will see the importance of it as well. So my first question that I would like you to really think about, alright, seriously to think about it, and if you want, right, really pause this video and to even write down some of your thoughts that you have. So the question is, what constitutes to your trading success? Alright, so what are the elements, what are some of the components that you think is crucial, is important to contribute, alright, to your trading success? And once you've written those elements, those components down, then the next question that I want to ask you is, what is your weightage, right, for each of this component out of, let's say, 100%? How important is each of this element? Alright, so do spend the time, alright, as much as you need. Pause this video if you need to, and really think through, what are some of the contributing factors that you think is important to a trading success. Alright, so I hope you have some of those elements written down. If not, alright, I can't force you to do that, but I really think it's important for you to first think through what is some of the element. Alright, so having said that, let me share with you the 4 most important pillars of trading. And when I mean trading over here, I'm more specifically focusing on the currency market. Alright, so these are the 4 pillars that I personally feel that is important, alright, and not only important, but you need to understand all this to have a holistic picture and understanding of what trading is about. Alright, so the first one is definitely fundamental analysis, followed by technical analysis, sentiment analysis, and of course risk management. And by risk management, we are referring to not only in terms of managing your risk, but also in terms of money management and psychology aspect. Alright, so let me briefly go through some of the thought process that you might have as well, right? People tend to say that fundamental is not important, and the chart tells you everything about it. By a certain degree, yes, it's true, alright. But what I mean by fundamental analysis over here is you need to understand what is happening what is the underlying factor, or what is the underlying driving forces that move the market. All right, with that, then you have a stronger conviction and you have a clearer sentiment and clearer bias in terms of whether market is in a bullish state, is in a bearish momentum, or if it's in a neutral environment. Right, so the fundamental analysis aspect is to really give you a whole idea of the overall picture, right? Whether what the market forces are playing out, right? And technical analysis is crucial as well, because as a retail trader, we need to know and understand at which level we want to enter, which level we want to exit, and where we want to take certain profits out of our trade. Right, and technical analysis does give you that very well, because fundamentals don't really tell you at which level specifically to enter the market, but in terms of technical analysis, it does give you that precision. All right, sentiment analysis, what I mean over here is overall in the market. All right, what are some of the traders and investors or even speculators are feeling for the market? All right, whether is it the risk appetite of the overall market, is it high? Is it in terms of risk appetite, is it low? And so sentiment analysis, what we're referring over here is in terms of whether the market environment is in a risk on or risk off condition. Right. Once again, sorry, I won't go through in depth into how we do all this analysis in this video, but simply to share with you all these elements which are important. All right. So sentiment analysis, briefly, what we usually do is we use certain factors, all right, to go through. For example, one of it is the COT report, Commitment of Traders report. The other is to really look into volatility index, all right, the VIX. Equity index give you some indication as to the sentiment of the market as well. And of course, the last and most important, all right, over here is your risk management. Right, how are you managing your risk in terms of your portfolio, your money management? Are you risking too much in the trade, or even in terms of, let's say you have overexposure of a single currency? That is all part of risk management. Right, and if you put these four pillars together, what I like to illustrate in terms of trading is, like a house. Right, as a house, the most important aspect is definitely the foundation of it. And over here, the trading foundation that we like to share with you is really the mindset, the psychology, and the mentality of trading. Right, why is it so important is because without a strong foundation, right, anything that you build on top of it, eventually, if it's not strong, your foundation is not strong, everything will then collapse over time. Right, so the most important aspect of trading over here is definitely your trading foundation, and that includes your mindset, your psychology, and your mentality. Right, so once you understand that this is actually the most important aspect, you might want to focus more of your resources and your energy to really develop that aspect as well. Right, not only in terms of charting, in terms of technical analysis. All right, so having said that, the building blocks on top of it is the four pillars that I shared with you in the previous slide, right? Fundamental, technical, sentiment, and risk management. Right, this is what I call the trading strategy aspect, because different people will have different philosophy in terms of their trading. Right, some feel that they only need to view technical analysis coupled with very solid risk management, and that's how they trade the market. And so that forms their trading strategy. All right, so for us over here, our trading strategy encompass fundamental, technical, sentiment, and risk management. So an analogy that I like to give traders is, right, so if your strategy only takes into account technical and risk management, and you totally ignore fundamental and sentimental analysis, imagine you are building a house with just two pillars. All right, how stable would that house be? Right, how comprehensive, how stable is that strategy is? Yes, it is gonna make you profit, but over time, can it stand the test of time? Does it helps to strengthen your mentality, your psychology? Right, so that's where I want to share with you the importance of having a holistic and comprehensive picture of trading itself, and not just a very focused pillar, for example, technical analysis. All right, so hopefully that I'll give you a different perspective, different insight, and spark some interest of you going into researching a little bit more about and find out what is fundamental analysis, what is sentiment analysis. Right, so my next question to you is what we do over here is a lot about the process, a lot on objectifying certain things that we do. All right, the plan, the trading plans, the strategy, we want to objectify it. All right, so then my question to you is the question here that I pose to you is, how do we objectify a trend? Right, and how do we achieve consistency in our plan and analysis? So this objectifying process, right, is not only applicable to let's say trend, but in all elements and all aspect of your trading. So for example, you are doing a ranging strategy, all right? So then the question to you is then, how do you objectify a ranging environment, right? So then what I want you to do is, pause this video again, spend some time to really think through, do you have any elements that enable you to objectify certain aspect of your trading, all right? And if it's not, what are some of the problems or challenges that you might surface or you might think is might arises because of not objectify certain elements of your trading? All right, so do pause the video, think through it, write it down on your pen, on your paper, right? And I'll come back to you once you're done with that. All right, so hopefully you have written some elements down as to how you actually objectifying certain parts and elements of your trading plan. All right, so let me share with you why is it important in terms of objectifying all, if not all, all right, some of the aspect of your trading. All right, so the top 3 reasons that we believe, all right, the importance of it is really, number 1 is about consistency. All right, because if you do not objectify certain elements of your trading plan, maybe today you are feeling happy, tomorrow you are feeling anxious, the way you analyze your chart and then eventually trade it, it's not going to be consistent because you do not have a set of rules that are objective. All right, if things become subjective, based on your emotions, based on how you feel today, you're not going to get a consistent set of results. All right, the second part is, with objectivity comes the ability to be able to track everything you do, right? Because it's so objectified, every decisions, every analysis follow this set of rules. You can then track, all right, what are the outcome is, right? So without a set of consistent rules that are objective, all right, whatever you are tracking is very subjective as well, and you can't make a informed conclusion because things are not consistent. And of course, with consistency, with trackable, that's where your third reasons comes in, being replicable. What I mean by replicable is that with this strategy, with this set of system, right, because of the consistency, because of the historical trackability of it, we can then say that, as long as someone follow this system, all right, being consistent, being disciplined, following all these sets of rules, you will eventually be achieving the same outcome. Right, so this is what I mean by replicable. So a system is really successful if you have all these 3 elements: consistency, trackability, as well as being able to replicate. All right, so this is the importance of objectivity, and I believe that a lot of times traders out there, even in their own trading plan, a lot of elements are very subjective. Right, so hopefully through this video you start to think through different and all elements of your trading plan. All right, start to look into them and think of ways how you can make them objective. All right, so hopefully through this sharing, you see the importance of the different building blocks and different elements of trading. You see a comprehensive and holistic picture of it, and hopefully spark some interest, and you start researching into the different pillars of it. And of course, the second part is all about the importance of objectivity. All right, so if you have any questions or any things that you would like to clarify, all right, feel free to drop your comments below this video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I encourage you to do so, because every time we publish a new video, you'll be automatically notified. And if you feel that this video is helpful and useful, all right, do share it with at least one trader, or even if you have friends who are trading in the market, do share this video with them. And with that, I'll see you in our next video.